Uh, all right. Thank you, Lawrence. Thanks for holding the fort and helping me record. Yeah, no, thank you. So first, I want to start, right? Those who are new in the community, a lot of us have been around for many years. Those who've been new to the community, you guys must have seen, most of our mods, community members, none of us are getting paid. So, none of our admins are paid admins, none of our mods are paid mods, none of the people who are helping, other community members, none of us are getting paid, even including myself. All of us have been building from scratch. Obviously, we are building for a reason. We're building so that, we build generational wealth together. But I think that's sort of one of the beauties of our community. Everything that's being done, it's literally done like people who are coming in-house, people who are coming together, people who want to build together. And, we are building this in public. Obviously, there's going to be some mistakes. But I think from those mistakes, what we get to see as well is how strong and how, I think, earnest and honest our community is in terms of how we want to really help each other to basically all get rich. So I think that's really one of the cool part of being in this space. And that's really one of the cool part of being in this community specifically. So really thank you guys all for your help and all for your support. We're all contributing in our own ways, and we see each other. So love you guys. Yeah, so that's for a start. Besides that, so this VC is to one, I will sort of reiterate what was on the video earlier. I think the video earlier was, I made it before this call just to have a sort of uninterrupted session of where I do updates, just in case I get interrupted here with any questions or anything. For us, I think there are certain points to address and certain points to talk about. I think the first one would be, when my claim. There's still quite a few people having issues out there. I think it's about sort of 10% left, but I'm getting to all the names. So we've sort of done that, and a lot of that 10% is also sort of like either user based or either user based, there's got a typo in the email or a typo in the password, or if not, it's browser based where we just have to, everything just works when you just change browsers. I've just sort of launched a new update, so it might be refreshing on the back end just before this call. So just be patient. I will tell you guys sort of when to log in and try again, because after this call, I'm just doing one more push and then we will try again. I think we are 99% there, so should be fine. So that's in terms of claims for people who purchase with crypto, even those who had issues with their Solana wallets, etc., and all that. As well as people who paid via Stripe, not many had issues there. It was pretty smooth. And of course, I know the ones who have game rewards. So I'll be sort of like I'll look at the list. It's either I'm going to put a post in the official, and then you guys sort of just provide me with the wallets you want to receive your rewards. Don't DM me yet, please, because if you DM me now, we will just get lost. I get hundreds of DMs per minute. Just DM me when I sort of put out that post. So that's going to be much easier. Yeah, that's pretty much that. In terms of tech, from here on, we're going to launch a few things. One is we're going to relaunch Big Balz, which for those who have not joined us earlier, is one of our AI bots. So one, it sort of brings a bit of life in our community as well. He's a funny guy who hates pineapple pizza. Two, he also is quite powerful and strong trader. We've not just taught him how to trade based on our own trading strategies, but also general market trading strategies. And it's able to sort of detect early gems, etc., and all that. For us, we want to sort of bring this kind of bot in our community, not to simply shield other tokens. There might be gems in future. It's because looking in the long term, when we want to build Pump Balz and launch Pump Balz. So Pump Balz is a no-code, token launchpad, right? There's going to be a lot of rewards that come not just from trading, not just from tokens mooning, but also from trading. So basically, your solo leveling, but also from trading against others, so like a sort of PvP arena. So I think these are going to be the first initial steps before the launch of that platform, where you get to learn and understand from Big Balz, our bot, like what he thinks are gems, what he thinks you should come in early, what he thinks would be eventually rug pulls, etc., and all that. So you sort of can learn from those patterns there for those who are interested, taking a next step in terms of trading, and especially in the crazy world of trading meme coin, where it's not really a science, but it's more mixed both of science and a lot of art and a lot of luck. Yeah. That's that from the tech side. On Balz, we're gonna sort of wait a bit. I think we will look, because we're gonna see how the market goes in the next 2 weeks, and the next 2 weeks is gonna be November. Then after that, it's gonna be December. So we're gonna see what's the outlook of December. We don't know if we want to launch it. It's pretty much ready, but we don't know if we want to launch it before Christmas or after Christmas. We'll see how it goes. My personal view is like we can launch it before Christmas, but we'll just see if anything there goes. And I also feel the market will sort of pick up around there. So it's going to be quite an exciting time. Also, like I said, we are monitoring for the next few weeks the charts, and we're going to be looking at buybacks. That's going to be the exciting part. The thing about buybacks is, especially at the start, when we still have a lot of new community members, or we still haven't grown yet to the ideal community we want to be, buying the reds are not ideal for us. And obviously, we all know how it's going to be, right? Like the green candles are just going to be like red candles right after that, and then we just have to, it just doesn't stop from there, and then it's unsustainable for the project and the buybacks. So for us, it's like what we're going to do is like we're going to slowly, incrementally, organically sort of really grow back to our base. There was some sales obviously at the start. Too bad for them, I would say. Because like I said, if you do the math within the next 3 months, if we do those buybacks, it's like no matter how many sales of like how many tokens in circulation or that's going to be minted in future, it's just simple math, right? It won't be below 10x at least. And if the market pumps at the same time, for us, ideally we have to go with the market, because that's when liquidity is important. Token price is important, buybacks are important, but transactional volume is important for us to really sort of moon when there's a lot of people coming in from the retail side, whether through stimulus checks or whether through like pure FOMO, jumping into meme. That's really sort of the point where we wanna target. Obviously, we're looking at the long-term sustainable long-term, but the sustainable long-term. If you guys have been a few cycles, right? There's always this one inflecting point where you'll have those stories of the guy who put $1,000 and like walked away with 10 million. And that point happens at that point of time where huge transactional volume coming from all over the place, coming from the market, coming from FOMO, coming from retail, getting all those checks, etc., and all that. So that's the point where we really need to push out towards a maximum in terms of marketing, buybacks, etc., and all that, so that a huge number of us are able to sort of cash out, one, in a very healthy way, two, with a lot of money, and three, without hurting the charts too much, because we have transactional volume. So like, you look at this in a very simple way to put it. If transactional volume is at 10 million, you can have like quite a lot of people cashing out 100K without affecting the charts, because it's just going to go up and down. So that's sort of like the long-term strategy in terms of goals, and this is how we want to sort of help our community. And we will also we're gonna tell you guys when it's going to be good as well. So don't worry about that. It's not going to be a surprise. We're not here to like do any like manipulation or anything. And like I said, also buybacks are mainly also to buy when the token is high, to make it higher, because we believe in a project and we trust in the project, and we're going to buy it when it's high. We're not buying it when it's low to, one, manipulate the market or the charts, or two, like buying it low to then dump on people in the future. That's not what we're doing for. So that's that. I think one thing I didn't address in the previous call, in the video, was the KEX as well. So with regards to the KEX, tier 1 KEX, obviously we have the money prepared. At least that's put aside. Second, now it's just to prove that we are worthy of it. So two things. One, obviously, so KEX just look at two main things. One, size of community and wallet holders. 2, the activity of community and wallet holders. And the first benchmark to pass is organically pass CoinMarketCap listing. So CoinMarketCap, basically, they'll just look at like, hey, you need like transactional volume. I think right now, I don't know what's the latest one. I think it's 50K. I have to check again. I don't know what's the latest, but we sort of have to have like natural volume of around that much, which should be fine for like a few days. Like I mentioned, we've already contacted them to update the numbers, so that's going to be done. But to go back to tier 1 KEX, we just need to grow naturally first. Obviously, we can pay the MEXC, we can pay, we can pay the gate. Even though gate now is a bit expensive, I think they're charging close to $1 million during the bull run. We can pay gate, but that's not sort of the point. For us, really, it's to be accepted in a tier 1 KEX and to have the funds ready for it. And, everybody who's around sees that, oh, wow, this guy's actually promoted to a tier 1 KEX, rather than, buying into an MEXC. And it's just going to be the only people who are going to buy our token are market makers. Like, it's not going to be real retail, so there's no point. There's no point doing it. Yeah. So that's with regards to that. For me, I can't speak Chinese. Ni hao. No, I have Asian blood, but I can't speak Chinese. Sadly, I can only speak European. I have Asian blood, but I grew up in France, so I can only speak European language: English, French, and Spanish, and a bit of Italian. Yeah. So that's pretty much it in terms of the updates. I know there's a lot of people with questions of like, hey, my dashboard is not working, the tokens that I see are not at the right one, etc., and all that. So those are on the technical side. And really, right after these calls, like I'll like you guys will reach your time where I'll be messaging you. I've done most of it already. It's a list. But that's pretty much it in terms of the updates. For us, what we're going to do, again, just repeating, is we are going to be focused on very organic growth in terms of like X, but also like in terms of PR. I think PR is one of the most sort of underrated or like non-viewed by people in terms of like how good it could attract new users. 2 reasons. One, it's like, I tell you, Balz, first thing that you're going to do is like, hey, you guys should check out Balz. First thing you're going to do is like Google it. And if the first thing you do when you Google it, you see it in like some news, where it's like Forbes or Bloomberg, etc., and all that, it creates like an established credibility. That's one. 2, X is really, really noisy. So, and there's so many memes, like we are all on X, right? Like, how do I know this is legit or not legit, blah, blah, and all this kind of things. It's just so many layers to sort of really get through. Even word of mouth is really hard. Like, I'm sure you guys have been shielded so many tokens by friends, and you have shielded so many tokens by friends. That doesn't mean you're going to buy into it and join the community. So it's a very, very jaded space right now. So PR is actually one of those places where it's a bit less noisy, it's a bit slower. But once you really get into the market, so 1, people will Google you and find you. 2, you just get a notification from one of those newsletters that say like, hey, this is the next best thing. That's really one point where people will actually be interested and say like, oh, okay, this is not bad, let me check it out, because it's not so noisy. It's tried and tested. We've tried this a few times and it sort of really works. So that's that. Obviously, we're going to do normal rounds, like we're going to do spaces, etc., and all that. So I'm just drawing like a sort of circle of spaces, like people who like organize spaces. So we're going to check out our dates. I spoke with like KOLs and things like that. It's a bit tough. I don't really believe in the ROI, but we'll see how it goes. But because of the market, some of them are asking like 60 to 100K. And money is one thing, right? But some of them are like, oh, you need to give us like 1% of total supply. Like, are you out of your mind? Or it's like, I'm not giving you tokens so you can dump on us. Doesn't make sense, right? So we'll see how. We do hope we get KOLs, but we do hope we do hope more that we get KOLs who like really fall in love with our project and invest and start sharing. I think that's really the best way to sort of do it. And we have done that in the past with other projects as well. So hopefully we sort of get to that phase. But obviously right now the stage is a lot of building, and that's building like from our end, that's building from the mods end, that's building from the community side as well. Basically we have to like build for, we have to fight for our bags for the next few months. That's pretty much it. But at least we have that sort of, peace of mind knowing there's a war chest, that when things get better, we are going to catch up with all the rest and we're going to push it with all the rest. So I think that's sort of like, there's a good incentive there. Yeah. So, okay, let me look at the chat, see if I can see some questions. So questions, are tokens acquired through buybacks and burn? Yeah, so we will do buybacks. None of it is done yet. With regards to burns, we will look at whether we would burn. Most likely we'll definitely burn. But we might, because if we purchase them at a high, we might see what we do with them, like, see if we can use them for like marketing or dev in the future. Right now, everything that we have built so far, just like I said, it's like all self-funded. Everybody's doing, like, nobody's getting paid, etc. and all that, compared to like, dev wallet, marketing wallet. Now it's just time given by us. Everything that's taken from from the FAF is going into the liquidity. Like nothing is going to us, and so we will see how it goes. But if we do use any tokens, we want to be able to sort of buy instead of just using them for free. Can tokens be staked again? Right now for the FAF, no. But we are looking at adding a sort of staking platform with Balz.fun. With Balz, yeah. The staking would come. So this is still being finalized in terms of the numbers, but sort of platform is there. The staking will come is in like we want you guys to sort of have your tokens within the platform. So to sort of like incentivize you guys to keep the token within the platform so that you can make easy purchases, etc. and all that is the staking. That's what we're going to do. But it will be lower than 19. I think it will be like between 8 to 12. That's the numbers that we're at right now. Can tokens be staked? Is there any proof of the collected money for the ones being skeptical? Not my question. Yeah, I mean, what we can show, what do you guys want us to show? Like a lot of it has been on Stripe. You want to show like the company's bank account. So there's a few things. This is like a huge debate that we sort of have, and like not just me, like the whole entire market. When I say we sort of have, right, it's like how safe it is and how legit it is to sort of put out proof of funds. And like, even Michael Saylor is like one of those big ones. It's like people who put up proof of funds are like, it could be sort of putting themselves in like huge danger. And for me, that is the whole reason how we built the way we built FAF, was to sort of keep our wallet safe from any potential people try to try to hack us and things like that, as well as people like anything, whether it's like hacking through smart contract or hacking like simply like, I mean, I got hacked before, like just like social engineering, etc. and all that. So for us, mainly it's safety first. If people do not believe, like I said, we have a community that's been with us for a long time. I'm doxed. So many people know my address as well. There's literally no reason for me to sort of make up this shit. And if I do, I will like, there's going to be like quite a bit of bad consequences. So it's not something that's worth my time for. If somebody does not believe in it, I'm sorry, then you better invest into something that you believe in. I think that's my best advice in general. Yeah. Let me see. Is my volume soft? Are you guys able to hear me, or?
You're good.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Okay, anyways, I think I've spoken a lot. I don't know if there's any questions. I should leave some time for questions. If there isn't, I'm good as well. But obviously, it's best to address them. But like I said, the technical ones, don't worry, we're gonna address that. But if like in general, like the bigger picture or the long term vision or just whatever we are planning, if you guys have more questions, please go ahead. When next time you're faced in VC or AMA? I think I want to do this sort of weekly thing. So we that there was a time where we didn't do this weekly because like we haven't launched the token yet, so there's not much to update about. We're building our backend, but now from here on, there's going to be a lot of things sort of starting and moving. And also at the same time, we might need help from the community for certain things that we're doing, in terms of like marketing and growth, etc., and all that. So I think we will do this weekly. For me, ideally, it's going to be on like between Tuesdays to Thursdays, because Mondays like insane days usually, and Fridays, my evenings, I won't be able to do calls, and usually it's the best time. But I think we'll start doing this weekly. So that's one. Two, we also want to do regular spaces with others, but also within our own X. I would start with doing it myself, but in the long term, it would be really great if there's anybody from the community or things like that that want to do it with me, and eventually, like be able to do it on their own as well. That would be sort of like the chef's kiss there. That would be perfect, so that we can all like divide and conquer and do more. That's that. When next time you're facing VC, okay. Am I misrepresenting your questions and I'm misunderstanding them? Question was asked about the possibility of having stats info that shows how much you stake. Yeah, we will definitely. That's in a pipeline. That's a good stat to always have and share. So we're going to be updating the website as well, right? Like how to buy the token, how much TVL, etc., and all that. So yeah, we'll definitely do that. Asian KOLs would be cheap. Yeah, it depends, but like they are. I mean, for us, for me, ideally, we would like to work with micro KOLs. Like I would rather work with micro KOLs and like support them, and then they support us, because in the long term, they like you never know, they'll become big, and the ones who are already big are sort of like jaded. But but we also have to be very selective there, because we had this experience before. It's like people tend to, because if we go with micro KOs and support them, sometimes people think like those are the only KOs we can afford, and then they start judging your projects based on that, and then it's like it just becomes a bad cycle. So it's really a rough spot with the KOLs. Been trying to solve that, but yeah. With regards to the technical issues for receiving the correct amount, yeah, they should be resolved today. Gee, Akib, I looked at your wallet. You're actually within the next 2 or 3 replies right after this call. So yeah, you'll be receiving a message later. I've just literally finished. Oh, I remember your name. So yeah. You can try and DM. I receive a lot of DMs, but for those with proposals, we're always open to see what people are proposing from a marketing perspective in terms of growth. But as you see, I mean, there's a lot of people who come to me and say like, "Hey, we want to be like admins and mods, etc., and all that." I mean, a lot of admin and mods that you guys see, like, they're people who are not even paid and who are working. Like, if you really think that, oh, I really like your community, I want to help it grow, and then you can do it. Like every one of us, like we're just in it and we help it grow. That's pretty much it, because we see a lot of people come and go when we start paying, or worse, they end up being scammers and they try to scam our community. So it's pretty tough. Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much it on my end. I'll wait for a few more minutes to see if there's any more questions. Guys, if you guys want to talk or voice out as well, feel free. Don't worry about it. Let me see on other chats. Okay, I don't know if this already addressed, but there's a problem buying the token directly from Trust Wallet. So I bought it from PancakeSwap. So from Trust Wallet itself, maybe there is because Trust Wallet, Finance, and CoinMarketCap, they're the same company. So usually Trust Wallet, they get all their information from CoinMarketCap, and when it's not like fully loaded on CoinMarketCap, which is our situation right now, the whole like linking between Trust Wallet and CoinMarketCap does not work. But what I do is like I go on PancakeSwap and because I use Trust Wallet as well, I go on PancakeSwap and I just like do wallet connect on PancakeSwap with my Trust Wallet. I guess that's what you did. But yeah, so that's pretty much the reason. Most of the issues, like you see, like there's no logo or there's no socials. A lot of platforms are using CoinMarketCap APIs, and that's including Trust Wallet because they're like the same, pretty much have the same mother company from the motherland. Once it's sort of updated on CoinMarketCap, a lot of the other stuff would be updated as well as we go. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll stay on for a while as in on the chat, but I think that's pretty much it on my end. If you guys have any more questions, so the thing is like there's going to be like a whole new wave of people who are going to wake up later. So maybe there's a whole bunch of questions after that. So based on that, I'll see if like there's going to be another AMA. But if there is going to be another AMA, that might be in like just looking at the timing. That'll probably be in like 14 to 16 hours from now. So it'll be the opposite. A lot of you guys might be asleep, and then those guys might be awake. But we will record that one as well if it happens, so that you guys have the whole picture. But yeah, that's pretty much on my end. Thank you for your time, guys, and again, thank you for your support. It's been pretty awesome. Thank you for the whole team for really helping us, and thanks for pretty much holding the fort when I was away for the last few days, just furiously working. So thank you guys, and see you guys around.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. I think it's going well. Just make sure you get some rest, won't you, mate?
Thanks, man. See you guys.
Good, Chuck. Take care.
Take care.
See you, man.
Mm-hmm.